There's no question in my mind we need to do more for our veterans, but we may be taking a step in the wrong direction, a step backwards, because there's a new bill in Congress that will require veterans, the ones who risk their lives for all of us, to pay thousands of dollars in fees in order to receive GI education benefits. Some veterans groups call it a troop tax. Congressman Phil Rowe is chairman of the Committee on Veterans Affairs. It is his bill, and he defends it, saying, quote, "These provisions, if enacted, would benefit the men and women who currently wear the uniform and would preserve GI Bill benefits for generations to come." Paul Rieckhoff is the founder and CEO of Iraq and Afghanistan Veterans of America. Paul, thank you for joining us.
Greta, my pleasure.
Okay, Paul, I'm scandalized because, you know, I've worked with a lot of vets who come home, the healthy ones, and I've also with some with head injuries, PTSD. I'm scandalized when we nickel and dime. I know you are too.
Yeah, I mean, this is a whole new level of stupid out of Washington. And it's not just about nickel and diming veterans, it's also about our national defense. This proposal wants to charge privates, E1s enlisting in the military, $100 a month to buy into their GI Bill. So as bombs are dropping on Syria, we're a nation at war. Some folks in Congress think it's a good idea to start charging enlisted junior soldiers a couple $100 or $100 a month for about 2 years. And these are people who make, on average, their base salary is about $19,000. So it's bad for recruiting, it's bad for national defense, it's bad for the Pentagon, it's obviously bad for America because the GI Bill is the greatest return on investment we've ever had. Over 1 million folks have used this new GI Bill. So our message is clear. IAVA and leading veterans groups are going to defend the GI Bill. We are not going to allow Congress to come after our benefits, especially in a time of war. This is a cost of war. And if you come after it, we're going to vigorously defend it and oppose any cuts, any fees, and any taxes that Congress tries to come up with.
You know, you look at it completely differently than I do. I mean, you go through and you talk about the economic cost of GI and all that. I look at it from a completely different viewpoint. I look at it from I'm ashamed.
Yeah, we should be.
I look at it like I can't believe we're trying to nickel and dime these vets. I mean, I'm wondering if, like, have they ever seen these vets? I mean, it's just extraordinary to me. I just am almost speechless. Well, and obviously, here's the video of someone who's really hurt, but I don't even think we should do it to someone who's not hurt, who's been stateside the whole time.
The response has been swift. You know, you're one of the first national news agencies to cover this. I think that everybody who's put their name on this is going to face a furious and immediate backlash. If you want to run for re-election, go ahead into your town hall and tell them that you're going to charge privates and veterans to buy into their GI Bill. And anybody who says, oh, we have to do this because they might cut it later, that's garbage. They are not going to cut it later. We won't allow it. The American people won't allow it. And I don't think the president will allow it. We'd love to hear what President Trump thinks about this. I hope somebody asks Sean Spicer about it tomorrow in the Daily Press Conference.
Well, you just tipped him off to do that. But, you know, I actually think that President Trump would be scandalized by this. And I'm actually surprised, you know, at who's pitching it, too. I mean, it's like there's got to, you know, I think that he hasn't thought it through. I mean, the people who were sponsors haven't really thought this one through because it really is. I mean, look, there's so much government waste in Washington. I could walk up the hill and find you about 6 projects that we could cut to pay for this.
Right. There's no better return on investment than the GI Bill. It's produced countless outcomes for our national economy. But imagine a recruiter sitting in a mall somewhere trying to convince a private to join the Army. And he says, we're going to need you to maybe fight in Syria, maybe fight around the world. And by the way, $100 a month for your GI Bill. Well, how's that going to go over in mainstream America?
Well, once again, you go to the practical impact of what it has. I go to the shame. I'm just embarrassed. Anyway,
we should all be embarrassed. You're right, and I hope that people call their congressman, call the House Veterans Affairs Committee, let them know that this is dead on arrival.
All right. We'll be watching, see what happens. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you, ma'am. Appreciate it.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.